AI is not making you faster. Instead, it's slowing you down. I know that sounds ridiculous, but stay with me because there are 3 real reasons this is happening to people like you. And reason number 3, that's the one silently wrecking your focus, your time, and honestly, your entire workflow. We go deeper into how to actually fix these problems in the 3rd phase of Transify, a 30-day AI mastery program meant for busy professionals like yourself. But the shift that I'm about to show you right here, this is what changed everything for me. Let me just walk you through it. So, a few weeks back, I was talking to Sarah. She's a product manager, super smart, already deep into AI stuff. She's using ChatGPT for generating ideas, Notion to organize stuff, Google Slides for presentations, and Midjourney for visuals. From the outside, it looked tight and highly optimized. But internally, she was drowning. She'd spend entire mornings just bouncing around tabs, copying from ChatGPT, pasting into Notion, reformatting it, fixing a heading, jumping into slides. She would spend hours just stitching things together. And here's what hit me. She wasn't doing her real work anymore. She was just managing apps and babysitting software. This is what I call the tool trap. When your time gets eaten by the very thing that was supposed to save it. You feel productive because you're using AI, right? But you're not making progress. You're just constantly preparing to start. And the worst part? This trap feels efficient at first. There's a dopamine rush when ChatGPT spits out a great idea, when Notion looks neat, when Midjourney gives you that mind-blowing visual. But it fades, fast. And then you realize none of it's actually connected. Nothing moves unless you move it. You become the glue and the system. And that's where the drag begins. What should have taken you 40 minutes takes 3 long hours. Not because you're dumb, not because the tools suck, but because they don't talk to each other. And now you're juggling them manually. That's just the first choke point. The second one's even more dangerous. So let's say you've got all these tools open, ChatGPT, Notion, Google Slides, Midjourney, maybe a calendar, and maybe some tabs for research. Sounds normal, right? Now think about how often you jump between them. ChatGPT to Notion, or Notion to Slides. Then you jump back because you forgot to copy a sentence. Then Midjourney because you wanted to make an image. Then ChatGPT again because now the context's gone. Every single switch between tabs is exactly what kills your momentum. And this isn't a productivity tip, this is neuroscience. Context switching, even tiny ones, destroy working memory. You don't just lose time, you lose depth. Depth of thought, depth of strategy, and depth of clarity. You end up doing surface-level work all day, and you wonder why you feel drained at 4 p.m. even though you did so much. You didn't actually work, you played ping pong the whole time. And here's where it spirals. Your brain learns to adapt to chaos. If you train it to live in a state of switching, it resists depth. You sit down to focus, and your fingers twitch toward the next tab out of habit. That's not lack of discipline. That's habit formation at the neural level. So now, you're not just wasting time. You're training your brain to stay distracted, and numerous AI tools, they accelerate that because they're so quick, so available, and so damn tempting. You start thinking speed equals effectiveness, but what you've really built is a digital casino of shallow output. You need a system that protects your focus, a way of working where tools move the grunt work without pulling you out of your zone. And that brings me to the most ignored reason of all, the one that most people don't ever notice until it's too late. None of this is about which tools you're using. It's that you don't have a system. You've got 5 smart tools and no connection between them. It's like having 5 brilliant employees who've never spoken to each other. So guess what? You end up being the middleman and eventually become the bottleneck to your own problem. You don't need more apps. You need the ones you've already got to flow. When Sarah changed that, everything shifted. She set it up in such a way that when she asks ChatGPT for insights on a client, it pushes straight into her Notion workspace without needing to copy-paste manually. From there, her client deck updates automatically. Gemini pulls those updates and creates a summary for stakeholder review. Midjourney auto-generates 3 slide visuals based on the brief. All of that happens just from one single prompt. No tab hopping, no reformatting, and not even dragging files around like it's 2008. And you know what happened? Her focus shot up. She spent less time inside the tools and more time actually thinking, strategizing, and leading. She got her mental space back. And 2 months later, she solo led a launch, crushed it, and got promoted. Not because she worked harder, but because her system worked harder than she did. When your tools flow like that, they stop being apps and start acting like extensions of your brain. That's what this is really about. It's not about learning ChatGPT, and it's definitely not about knowing the top 10 cool AI hacks. It's about designing a system that removes friction, protects your attention, and thinks the way you do, all while amplifying it. And that's what we built inside Transify. It's not a library of AI tricks, but instead an actual blueprint. A way to wire your workflow in a way that your tools stop being a distraction and start becoming your edge. So yeah, this mess that we're all stuck in, it's fixable, but not by adding another extension or buying another AI hack. You need a system, a real future-proof system that we break down in the next video. It's not some theory crap. I'll literally be showing you how this works, what tools to use, how to link them up, and how people are actually using it to get hours back every single week. If your brain's tired of duct taping things together, go watch this breakdown. This video takes you 90% of the way there, but that 10% is where the real magic takes place. In this video, you'll learn how you can put everything you've learned from this video into action.